Well, it's exciting. I'm amazed with the presentation of the room. It's just fantastic, really super cool. Feels modern, which in a sense it shouldn't have a right to feel modern because it's mostly legacy gear. Some of it's current gear, but most of it's legacy gear. From the early 70s onwards, I had always wanted to have it in a museum of some sort, and then when I came to talk to the university and they proposed this room, Greg Smith and I, who's the supervisor of the school, the electronic music school, got very, very excited and overwhelmed. It's overwhelming, it's wonderful. You know, I was a kid who grew up with a musical family. My dad was a musician in a dance band after the war. So I knew all about entertainment industry and music, but I wasn't a very good musician in a classical sense. I could never manage to learn to read music. But I was always very good at writing and very good at art. So coming to Arts College was a natural thing to do. I came for the summer schools in 1961, and that was when I met Roy Escott, who was a revolutionary, radical, new thinker in art and communication, and what really the study of what the function of art should be in the technological age that we now live in, which he foresaw coming, which in as many ways is just arriving still. So it was a very, very different idea to coming in and drawing nudes or making pots or, you know, working with oil paint. It was a completely different experience, and it carried me into the world of rock and roll, which was also new. It was brand new in the 60s. You know, it was the Who were one of the first of the rock and roll bands that treated rock and roll as art. I don't want to get onto a political bandwagon, that's not what this is about, but I do despair of the fact that music is underfunded already, that it's being increasingly withdrawn from normal school education, that the arts is being under-subsidised, that theatres are being forced to close down, but mainly that young people are being denied the opportunity to use the artistic machinery that education is able to provide. In other words, the interface with artists, with educationalists, with people that have grown up with the arts in all its forms, with dance, music, theatre, writing, poetry, and all of those expressions, as though those things have no value in the modern world of people wanting to become lawyers or, God forbid, politicians, accountants, scientists. All of those people in those roles are hugely benefited by having a background in the arts, by understanding that there's a story to be told through the experience of oneself, through play, through collaboration with other creative people, and that creativity is something which is at the root of all, particularly, for example, all science and all experimentation. Creativity is what that is. I think that, you know, we're in a really state of great danger. So I'm hoping I can do my bit. I think here, in this particular university, I would say we're in pretty good shape. You know, the fact that there's dance classes here, theatre classes, that people are encouraged to think outside the box is really, really important. And we've already seen in history that, you know, a huge number of wonderful students have come out to be able to make a career in the arts from this university, and I hope that continues. The idea of art being something that is important in general life is something that all of the students who are involved in the music course here will understand. Right in 1961, right at the beginning of the R&B revolution, when the Beatles were over in Hamburg starting their revolution, we were here in Ealing starting ours. So what I would say to young students is make sure that whatever you do, you love doing it and you have fun with it, because then I think there's a chance that whatever you do to pay the rent, if you can pay the rent, whatever you do to feed your kids, if you have kids, that you have creativity as your backbone, and then it will make you a better human being, whatever you do.